Hi, Nicole. It's good to see you. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Yeah. Real quick, before we get started, I know we've met once before, but I just really quick wanted to review our confidentiality and then the fact that I'm a mandated reporter. So again, what's said in here does stay confidential unless, of course, anything said in which I would be thinking that you could possibly be a danger to yourself or others. And then at that point, I am required to report that. So throwing that back out there, just wanted to remind you of that. Yeah. So, last time we saw each other, it was right before you were supposed to graduate college. So, are you graduated now?
I'm a graduate.
Oh,
I
congratulations.
graduated. Thank you. Graduated about, I did my last assignment last week. Turned it in,
Awesome.
submitted, it's done.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, put a lot of work into it. Over several years, going back to school, after, having my children and watching them grow, right? And kind of, they were in the house when I started school, right?
Mhm.
And they have since, all three of them have left. So it's kind of like a bittersweet, right? I knew I was working towards this because they have their own lives, right? Two of them moved out of state, one lives a few hours away. And so it's kind of like I feel like I'm at this stage right now where uh, I'm excited, but I think there's a lot of like I just have to make those steps, right? I feel a lot of fear, anxiety, towards, what next steps, I can take.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I feel like those are all very normal reactions to, this is a huge transition in your life, especially with accomplishing school, which is a huge
Mhm.
accomplishment. Um, But additionally, with your kids moving out of the home, to me, it almost sounds like there is a bit of the grieving process that's happening. Because I mean, I would, have they lived with you like their whole life and everything? And yeah.
Yeah, pretty much
Mhm.
a single parent for like the last 15 years.
Yeah. Oh, definitely then. Yeah. So, um, I'm, maybe some of that's going on as well. Because it is a big transition.
Right? Yeah, I definitely think so. It's kind of
Yeah.
like I'm going through the it's all real right now. Like everything's real. Okay. I have no school, I have no kids. It's just me, right?
Mhm.
And what does that look like? You know?
What does that look like for you? Is there anything that you feel like you need more of in your life right now?
Um, well, I really separated myself from, like the friends I've had in my life.
Mhm.
We've lived in this same town for, since 15 years, right? So
Mhm.
the friends I've developed, like I've kind of, especially with school, right? My personal relationships kind of took a second, sometimes third, fourth, right? So I haven't, we text every great once in a while, but it hasn't been, relationships,
Yeah.
that I've maintained.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, too, I'm sure things have, drastically changed in their lives too. And, honestly, it's just so hard to make and keep friends as adults because we all do have such separate and crazy lives that, um, yeah, I mean, have you thought about reaching out at all? Maybe trying to meet up or anything?
I have, but it's kind of like I feel like um I feel scared. What if they say no?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. It
You
sounds
know?
like there is a lot of aspects right now in your life that are kind of like unknown, like, what's the next
Mhm.
step after school or, reconnecting with your friends and things like that, and then adjusting to, a household of just you as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are all really big transitions and yeah. Do you feel like is there any kind of like groups or anything that you kind of associate yourself with, or organizations?
So I kind of, like growing up, I took, uh, and I've been thinking about this too, I took my kids to church a lot, right? We went to church, I grew up Christian, and I believe, that's a big part of, my life, or it was, so, uh, and, there's, there's a new church that opened up in my neighborhood that I've kind of been, like I Googled it, to see what it was about. And I thought maybe, that's something I could like go to and see if, what it's about, and if I connect with the church, or, whatever.
Yeah. You said it's in your neighborhood?
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's like 5 minutes from my house.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Do you feel, I mean, how do you feel about the neighborhood you live in? Do you feel like the church would match kind of, how you feel about the neighborhood as well?
That's what I was hoping, like it's a great neighborhood, right? I've lived there forever. And it's kind of more spaced out, but so neighbors aren't too close or anything like that. But maybe this is a way that I could get some connection to people that live in my neighborhood.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds like you guys would possibly have similar values as well, especially if you have aligned with Christian values and things like that. I'm sure it'd be a great place to meet people with common values and things like
Right.
that. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, well, what do you think would be some things that you feel like would be attainable that you could work on in between sessions right now? Because we don't want to go too big, and be too vague, but what are some things that you think we could accomplish in that time?
Well, I'm still employed, right? I think, trying to reconnect with some of my old friends, right? And working on that relationship, and seeing if, like if they could even like go to coffee one of these days or something like that. I can do that. I can outreach. I have like two friends that I think, I can try to connect with, make some plans with. And then also, maybe I can go to church this Sunday.
Yeah. I think those are all, I think those are great goals, and especially with going to church, because that's a set time, that's something that you can, definitely say like, yes, I did attend this, or, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, I think those are great things to work on. Do you have anything else you'd like to discuss today before we schedule the next appointment?
No, I think that's it. Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. 2 weeks work for you?
perfect.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, I will see you then. Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah, thank you, Roshan.
Mhm.